Hi everybody! We are about to go on a crazy craft journey. At least it was crazy for me. I wanted to do another craft video, so I went back to the 5-minute craft page that I found for my t-shirt bag, and I found something called nail polish wire flowers. I went and looked them up on YouTube and some other pages, and apparently it's a very popular tutorial, and apparently it's very easy to mess up. Now, all you supposedly need is jewelry wire, multiple nail polish colors, I picked spring ones, something to twirl the wire around so you can form the petals and the stem, wire cutter so you can chop it off the roll, nail polish holder devices, and some sponges to stick it into, and a brush. And that's all you need. Now the problem is the technique for actually filling in the petals on the flower are varied. So you have to find what works for you, but we're going to go through making it and my adventures in messing them up. So stay tuned, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hi guys, so really quick I'm going to go through kind of my mess ups and realizations. First off, these are what I have so far, and yes, I did manage to successfully complete it on the blue one. First things first, I told you everything you need. One thing I do want to stress is you use something like this size to, let me just smooth that out. Something this size to make the petals with, so that they can be closer together like these two. You don't want a big old liquid lipstick tube like this to make them, because the petals are too far apart and it makes it harder to fill them in. Now, what I discovered is, one, you have to have the petals kind of close together. Two, if you want it to fill in, it's a good idea to coat the petals like this one I have with nail polish first all over the edges. Some people even suggest you fill in with a layer of glue so the nail polish catches easier. But you can do it with just wire and nail polish, which I did do on this one. And the thing I realized is you have to get your brush full. You have to get it full of nail polish. And it has to be a big enough brush that you can kind of come up underneath and cover the hole. And then just kind of hold it there as the nail polish pools in the middle and forms a layer. And then you have to be very careful when you're pulling the brush away not to break the surface tension. And you'll pop it like a bubble a couple of times before you get it right. And you may even pop one that you already did, because as I said, you have to have the petals close together, so you'll be coming up underneath, other petals. And as you can see, I kind of got this one a little messy, but that was good because it helped me pull up more nail polish and fill that in. So I will come back to this one since it's already dried and try filling it in on camera, but let's make one of the flowers first. Okay, so I suggest, and there's all kinds of measurements, do what you want, but, a good maybe foot of wire works for me. It just makes it easier for me to work on, and I'm not going to cut it off yet, just in case I need more wire, but what I like to do is hold it till I have about, I don't know, can you see that? It's about 4 inches off to the side. And then I hold it against the eyeliner case in this instance, and I wrap it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I leave a slightly longer amount off the edge. I don't know, can you all see that? And I cut it with my handy dandy wire cutters that I borrowed from my dad in his tool chest. And you just slide it off. And then you take the longer piece and you bring it around. Okay, I'm trying to show this. And you put it through your little hoops. I squish it down at this point just so it's easier to pull through. Yep, pull it through to make the first part of the stem. And then you kind of flip it up and bring over the other end, so you have something like this. I'm sorry, did y'all not catch that? I'm not a crafter video person. Anyway, you take the two ends, swing it together, make a little rounded off edge there, and there you got your stem and you got your petals. And you can do this however you want to do it. This is the way that I saw from the 5-minute crafts video on how to make the petals. You basically just pull it apart and form it to your liking. I would make sure that none of the petals are too big, like this one I got here on this end. But that is basically how you do it. And then you just coat it with the layer like I did with this one, and we go from there. So let's jump into doing that. Okay, so I am going to actually add a little more purple to this cup because I think maybe the bottom layer has probably dried by now. Although I kind of think part of the trick is you leave the nail polish in the cup for a bit to dry too while this is drying, and it makes it easier to drag up and hold. And I'm gonna just brush off this. Now, like I said, you want to fill that brush with polish, and I just drag it up and hold. And like I said, it is a little difficult. You gotta kind of, you really, okay, with this must be thinner nail polish than that blue kind, because it helps if you can completely just form a pool. Oh, okay. Or get it over your fingers, you know. Whatever. I am trying to make the pool. It's not happening. You know, I did do it successfully. I want everybody to remember that. How in the world do you do this? Anybody? Come on. Somebody smarter than me. How did I do this before is the question. Maybe, I think like I started with oh, well, there's my nails done. I feel like I started with the too big of petals maybe again. Let's try a smaller petal. Whoop. Oh, this is good. This is good maybe. Right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I was kind of able to get the brush all the way in there and get a pool going. And what you do is you kind of slowly either drag it down or drag it to the side depending on where the... Well, it's trying, guys. It's trying. Oh, look, I did it. There's one filled. Alright, so I'm not going to spend here trying to fix all the rest of these because this video would be insanely long. But it takes time, practice, and not popping the surface tension of the nail polish, which it looks like it's about to do. So let's all just look at the marvelousness that is the blue one and call it good. Hi guys, first of all, sorry for the lighting during the craft portion of this video. I know the shadows were probably a little irritating, but just want you to know, after the camera shut off, I did go in and I filled in the purple flower, and I also took the one that I made during the video and tried filling it in a different way. The purple flower looks completely filled in now, and I think it looks really pretty. This one, I didn't coat the edges first. I just tried to make the bubbles in the petals. And there's a lot of silver that you can see afterwards, but I think depending on what type of jewelry you wanted to make, that could work really well. But I just want to say, it is very much like filling a bubble wand with a bubble. You can either like fill the petal, and pull it down and hope that the stuff pulls and fills and holds, or you can kind of drag it across and see if it forms that layer. You will pop it a million times, but in the end, it's really cool to see it all finished and filled in. And, you know, I saw people clip the ends off and glue these to, like, all kinds of barrettes and hair things and jewelry. I saw people take the stems and make their own little headbands out of it. Endless possibilities, and it was a lot of fun to make. So I will link the 5-minute craft video that I originally saw for this down below. And leave me a comment on what other crafts I could be doing, and I will look them up and try them. Y'all have a good one. I will see you Monday after next, my darlings.